just expect that it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a grind at first, but it's just starting is probably the hardest part. So
Yeah, it really is.
welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I had the amazing opportunity to join TreeKiwi, Scarecrow, BZHub, and Ormy Gaming in the Expansive World's community content creator live stream. We had a ton of fun in the stream talking about Call of the Wild, talking about being a content creator. We chatted about upcoming features in the game and had some competitions. It was a ton of fun. I'm so happy I got to be a part of it. It was an amazing experience. Big thanks to those of you who tuned in, and if you weren't there this one, there's always next time. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys enjoy this.
So today we are joined by Ormy, Scarecrow, KillClynton, and BZHub, and we are just going to be having some some fun little in-game competitions going. We're going to chat to these guys. You guys can get to know them. It's going to be a little bit more like a conversation-y podcast type deal. Not really podcast, I guess, but that kind of flow of conversation and stuff like that. So how are we doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Yeah, doing fantastic.
Yeah, doing really good, yeah.
That's good. Now, so KillClynton and Scarecrow, it's super early in the morning there for you. Whereabouts are you guys in the world?
Yeah.
I'm over in Oregon.
I'm up in Canada, British Columbia. It's
Okay.
7 a.m., so
Nice.
just waking up.
Early bird gets the worm, or the EW stream in this case.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Terrible dad joke, sorry. And BZHub, whereabouts are you, bro?
I'm in the middle of the United States, right in Kansas.
In Kansas? Nice. And what's the time there?
Oh, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, so you're a couple of hours ahead. You're like 2 cups of coffee into the day rather than half.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. And Ormy, you're my neighbor here. You're from Finland,
Yeah,
I believe.
I'm way ahead of you guys, like 1 hour ahead of Sweden. So it's
that's
5.
good.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. here now.
Right, so we are going to have just some, like a little bit of fun competition. I'm going to pick the first one. Winner gets to pick the next competition, if it makes sense. So I think we might just start off with something like, let's start with first to 8. All right, so there we go. The first competition up is first to 8. So when did you guys start making videos? That's mainly what you guys do, right? You're not so much streamers usually, like into the YouTube and making content and all that other jazz.
I actually stream pretty often.
You do? There we go, yeah. And that's
Yeah, 5
Scarecrow
days a week.
talking, by the way.
Oh yeah, no worries. I was just saying I do stream quite a bit, 5 days a week.
There we go.
But I've been doing the YouTube for about 3 months now, I believe.
Cool. And how are you finding it all?
I've been enjoying it quite a bit. It's honestly been a pretty awesome experience.
Yeah, it's a very good community to get into, and like there's probably some people out here that are like, oh, should I make some videos? Should I get involved? What do you guys reckon to them? Like, has it been, like, I know it can be quite a grind, and sometimes it can feel like you're not getting much, but then you'll start getting some traction, and it kind of starts popping off a little bit. So, what do you guys like? We'll go through you guys each. What are your like tips, for people who want to start out in some content creation? BZ, start with you.
Okay, well,
It's funny, I've never directed a 4-person conversation before where no one could see anyone's faces, so it's kind of,
material right here. It's fantastic. I honestly just think you need to. I think the biggest thing, especially with us making content for Call of the Wild, is that it's just, to start with the Hunter Call of the Wild, it's such a great community already, and I mean that's thanks to EW. I mean, you do so much with social media and making sure that new content is constantly coming out. I mean, people just stay excited for the game, and that's kind of a rare thing, honestly, I think. So
Yeah.
for someone getting into streaming or getting into making YouTube videos or something like that, this is a great game.
yeah, I get you because you're talking about like the pace of the things. There's always something to talk about, and
Exactly.
yeah.
And so if that's, on YouTube, I always say the best way to start getting an audience is to, start with the news, because I had my BZ news series and that really took off everything. Really making a video talking about what's coming out soon, and you know, when the betas come, make sure to take part in the betas and stuff like that, because that's new stuff that not everyone can do, and really gives you something that people are looking for on YouTube. And so yeah, it just helps out with your search results, I think, anyway.
Yep, I gotcha. And I mean, like I say we, but like we try and structure it quite a lot actually, so it's very user friendly for our content creators, because you're super valuable to us for passing information on and getting hype and engagement going on. And then on the same flip side too, it's like important that like we quite often though find out when something's going wrong quite pretty fast from, you know, some of the big guys, though, or even you guys. You'll be like, "What? Hey, DK, you probably want to look at this," you know. But and the good thing is that you guys have mostly got like video evidence about it or something like that. You know, it's not just hearsay. Basically, there's you know, a lot of merit to it all, I suppose. So yeah. What about you, Scarecrow? What do you reckon? What's your kind of one tip for people that might be trying to break into you know, the content creator?
Well, there's a few things. I'd say the biggest one is obviously just be unique. Don't try to be like every other content creator. Try to do something a little bit different. And then another thing that really helped me out is anytime there's a new patch or anything like that, make a video on it as soon as you can. It honestly helps out quite a bit to try to pump out the content as quickly as possible when there's new updates. And then obviously like stuff like just trying new things. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone when it comes to what kind of video you decide to make, because it is a learning process, a big trial and error. There's going to be quite a few things that don't work out, and you just got to find the things that do, and just be confident with yourself. Try your best to always be confident in your videos. It really does help out quite a bit with keeping people engaged.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for 100%, man.
Yeah, those are really good points.
Yeah, and that confidence thing, I think, is a really big thing too. Like I even know myself sometimes, if I'm not feeling the energy levels when I'm streaming or whatever, I'm just like, you know, and you kind of look at the numbers or whatever, and that they're down lower than they usually would be, and it is literally, I think it is just because of the energy thing, you know, like people want, you know, to be entertained basically, and if, like, you know, you're there going, "Hello, here is today's update," people are like, "No, I'm going somewhere else." Like, you know, I don't want to listen to this guy drone on. So that was a really good point, actually. That is about the positivity and the hype kind of, and the excitement, or whatever you wanted to call it. I think it was a good point. Yeah. So
I think a lot of people want to start making videos and things like that, but kind of hesitate because they don't think their videos are going to be very good, or the editing might not be perfect. Or I think a big thing is to just start making videos, get out there and just be confident and kind of learn as you go with the editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing too. And from the limited amount of video stuff I've done, I know that you actually learn every single time. You're like, you know, I do that.
Yeah, totally.
I'm still learning new things every time I do a new video.
Like with the editing and stuff, I feel like every time you put out a video, it's always your best one, because you learn something new.
Yeah,
for each video.
Yeah, for sure. And you're like, oh, I like, you know, like, hey, that transition works better than the last ones. And
totally.
You know, sometimes like, damn, I wish I could redo that other video I made, but you know, it's already out. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So you agreed with Scarecrow, and then you were just talking about like putting out the videos and just doing it, right? So that was
just kind of start. Don't worry too much at first about whether your videos are perfect. You know, expect that your first 10, 20 videos are going to be a learning process.
Yeah, go for gold. But yeah, so KillClynton, I mean, thanks for you know, none of you guys don't feel like you have to like you know cuddle up to EW or anything today. Like it's you know, I'm appreciative that we have a nice healthy community that we can run these things, and you know, we say thank you to you guys a lot actually, because like I was saying, you're very valuable to the community. So yeah, well, back at you guys. Thank you very much and anyone else that's listening out there too, that makes videos and content and stuff. We appreciate you guys a lot. So yeah, and that leaves Ormy, I think. Ormy, what do you reckon? How long have you been? You've been doing it for a year and a bit, haven't you? A couple of years.
Yeah, I think for like over a year consistently. I've been doing the videos for the Call of the Wild and some classic videos before that. I think I did my first classic video in like 2015, or
Yeah,
something
okay.
like that. So I've been around for quite a while.
Yeah, nice. Classic. There we go. That's
Yeah,
a good
but
game.
but from my point of view, you just gotta throw yourself out there and
Yes.
try find your thing within the community, because everyone can put something new in the videos and the content that others are not probably covering that well. So just throw yourself out there and see what interests your audience and what kind of stuff people want to see from you. So just a bit separate yourself a bit. Like others already said, like try to find your thing and that's have fun with it. As long as you're having fun, viewers are most likely gonna have a lot of fun too. So that's an important thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's good too. And I think with Scarecrow saying too, actually, and what you just said is to find your own kind of thing. But I also think it, like things like somebody else.
Hi.
We're heads. And just say hello quickly because we're having a very important conversation. So wave. Hello. Any wave? Any finger? No. All right. Goodbye. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so what I was saying is that you can learn a lot of stuff from, looking at other people say, like, why does that work? Like thumbnails and tagging and descriptions and, all that stuff. It's actually quite a big part to it as well. Like you could make the best video in the world, but if you don't have your tags right and a good description, things, it makes it a lot harder to get out and get visibility on it. I mean, unless it goes really viral or something, but I think that's quite an important part too. So
It's definitely a grind. Like I found that the first 100 subscribers was a really big grind. Like it took 30 videos or something just to hit 100 subscribers. But
yes.
But yeah, that's the thing, is just to start. Don't hesitate. Like if it's something that you want to do, just do it. So many people, I think, don't do it because, I don't know, they're comparing themselves to other people's perfect videos or whatever, and they don't think it's going to be as good. But just expect that it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a grind at first. But it's just starting is probably the hardest part. So
Yeah, it really is. And it's the same with like if you take a break from YouTube and then come back, you are going to have to try and build up that subscriber base again, because a lot of them, if you don't post for a while, they tend to forget that you even post videos a lot of the time. So you do have to work back up if you take a break.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
But yeah, I 100% agree with the tagging thing, TK. That's honestly one of the more important things, tagging and titling in the proper way to where you do get shown in search results a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's an
do
art
your-
form.
do
I don't
your homework.
understand it.
It took me a little bit to understand it myself.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, let's go through. We'll go to reverse order this time. So, Ormy, what one map do you want to see in the game, buddy? You get to pick one map. What would it be?
Oh man, one map. Something probably different that we already have. Like I liked Val de Bois
Yes.
a lot, so something similar to that one. But this
Yeah,
time, I mean,
okay.
the Rockies are already around the same category, so I might have to go with Australia because it's something completely different that we already don't have in the game. So I'm gonna vote for that.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Nice. And Kill. What about you, buddy?
that was my answer.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I was pretty excited for. I mean, Silver Ridge Peaks is incredible. It's my favorite map.
Yeah.
But just the thought of the Australia map when we all thought that that's kind of what was coming. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see like kangaroos, stuff like that.
Here's a question for you. Do you think it's more about the place than the species there, or is it like what I'm trying to say is like there are kangaroos in Classic, right? But like you kind of after you shoot a few, you're like, okay, I've done that. Because they actually like there's nothing. I'm speaking about my personal opinion on this. Okay, it's not hard facts or whatever, but like I don't find them as appealing to shoot multiple times as other species because they don't have antlers on them. There's not a great variation in them and stuff like that. And I mean, they can be fun because of the they hop around and stuff like that. But it's just for me, I kind of get stuck on the Australian idea sometimes just because of the replayability of the animals. I think like it seems like a cool idea, and it is a cool idea. But like if you look at it, SRP here, there's so many replayable animals.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Stuff on the,
I think it's a
Oh,
little bit of
man.
both. I think it's both the landscape, the terrain, and also just there could be such a wide, vast range of species on an Australian map, which would be.
Yep.
There's so many
Yep.
possibilities. I think it's.
Sorry,
And
I'm just
I feel
terribly
like it would
missing
be.
Malka.
I think it would be a lot different than anything that we kind of have so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
and the environments are really important because if you just have different like similar environments with different animals, it might get boring quite fast. So if the landscapes are varying a lot, then you have interest to just go different places. If you don't feel like hunting in dense forest today, then you have a lot of options to choose from where you want to go. So.
Gotcha. Hey, did one of you guys win the competition?
Yep.
Anybody? What?
Who did?
Wow.
BZ did.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could do.
easy.
I'm at 6.
Well, what do
Nice,
you want to
actually.
do?
I was all excited. I thought I was gonna win.
Yeah. Huh?
Just about to take out the last 2 mountain goats here.
Yeah, no worries. So Scarecrow, what are you? What is your map vote?
Well, I do like the idea of Australia, but I feel like if an Australian map is done, I'd really enjoy it if it was more like Pickabeen Bay from Classic. I'd love to have an Australian map with a ton of different deer species. I feel like that's something that could be really cool.
Yeah.
Just having a map with like 4 or 5 different deer species.
Yep, no, that's cool. And BZ, what about you, buddy?
What about me? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone
excellent.
knows who's part of my channel. I've been talking about really want another African map.
Okay.
Burhanga is my favorite map, and I would love to get another one, maybe a little more lush, like in the wet season or something like that. And I don't know. I keep thinking of like Zambia with the, impala and I don't know, water buck and bush buck, and throw the Cape buffalo back in there just because it is kind of the king around there. But just having those animals in there, greater kudu would be sick. There's just a lot of cool animals in that region.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing too. Is like Africa's huge. It's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously sometimes the world maps are a bit warped that you look at and stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's like, is it another third bigger than America or something like that?
Oh
like,
yeah, it's big.
it's huge, So there is so much stuff that could be done on that. So a second map from Africa, could definitely be something one day. I think, sure. So, well, there's room for it, is what I meant to say. So,
For sure. Yeah.
yeah, and what was that, sorry?
I actually released my push to talk. I was actually going to continue talking about the map. I was going to say that would be cool to have an Australian map with a bunch of different deer species like hog deer, sambar, rusa, but I'd most want an Arizona, New Mexico type map with like coos deer, desert bighorn.
Oh yeah,
all those types of species. I feel like the game needs a desert climate.
Yeah.
It's the one thing we haven't really had before in classic Call the Wild, and I feel like it'd be really awesome.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool too. That kind of area in real life interests me a lot too. Actually, I don't know why, but
awesome.
and it's weird. Is like I was talking to someone about coos deer in game the other day, and like, do you think people would still hunt coos deer when there's whitetail in the game? And the only reason I say that is because like coos deer are kind of small whitetail, so you know what I mean, like. Effort versus reward thing, I don't know gaming wise whether it would work so good, but I mean, I'd happily be wrong on that because I like them in real life and I understand the real life thrill of hunting them. But yeah, it's just kind of something a little bit different I was thinking about.
I feel like a lot of people would hunt them just because it's something new and it's different from whitetail. And I feel like if they were given different behaviors and maybe different shaped racks, then they'd still have an interest. They'd still have a place in the game because the Sitka deer in Classic, there's a lot of people still like them, even though they're just a smaller blacktail pretty much, but they have unique shapes to their racks. I've noticed they have a lot more drop tines, so like there's stuff like that that could be done with them to make them more interesting.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
They're also delicious.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they often have some funky little racks, those things, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Point. Yeah, and again, ladies and gentlemen, just before we get into the next kind of part, if you guys put an exclamation mark channel in YouTube or in Twitch, you guys will get these guys' channels that they're streaming from at the moment. So all these guys are currently streaming as well, and you better see, from their perspective. So there we go. So if any of you guys in chat, you guys got any questions to throw our way, I suppose? Like, is there anything you want to know about these guys or any questions?
I'm trying to think of something that isn't gonna like put you in a weird place.
No, it's all right. I've been in plenty of weird places before.
Okay. Well,
Is that what we want to talk about next? Let's hear about that.
Did another competition come up? I didn't even see it.
Oh no, no.
don't
What question do you want up? What competition? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking the Heartbreaker challenge sounded
Oh yeah,
fun.
done. It's done. There we go.
There we go. So people ask me in the chat. So the survey about the hunting dogs. What can you tell us any more information about this? What's the plans?
So I mean, the whole thing, right, is that like I kind of wrote, is that we've had classic dogs in classic for, geez, I think 3-4 years now, something. I can't remember when the first one came out actually. And like everything we do, you know, we put out a yearly survey to see what people like and are expecting in the game. And so we wanted to put out a little bit more of a specific survey around dogs, just to work out like, hey, this is actually what the community are after. Like, if we were to proceed with dogs, can we actually meet these expectations? What do we need to do to meet these expectations? And so it's like we're kind of like trying to feel it all out to make sure that, like, if we can put dogs out, that we capture the best feeling for them, I guess, and not just, we didn't want to shoot blind on this one. Basically, like a lot of features, like, hey, let's talk about mountain goats, for instance, or any animal, they're pretty clear cut because it is just one animal. But hunting dogs, depending where you are in the world, is vastly different. Everyone's expectations are hugely different. So
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question, but
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, you're saying that, we should be seeing dogs here in, November, December, probably, right?
no, well, this is if. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the whole thing is like, I mean, because, like, there's heaps of stuff. I mean, we don't put out a lot of information from the, oops, I missed that thing. We don't put out a lot of information from we don't put out any information really from the surveys and stuff like that, because a lot of the time, like say, like, just for instance, like 50% of people say we want aliens, right? Like, well, aliens are never going to come to the game because it breaks the game, the core gameplay. Basically, it's a realistic hunting game, and so yeah,
But yeah.
But so it's just more. Like I was saying, is we're trying to gauge to see if we can do it. Like, is it something that's feasible and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I think Phil, we often say that whatever's in classic is probably at some stage going to come to Call the Wild, right? So
Sure.
Bam! I won one.
Did you get it?
I got it.
I just hard shot a bison too.
Did we have the hard shot? Hard shot at Doe Mule did like 3 minutes ago.
Did you? Oh, I had shot one just before the competition started. So there we go. It's funny. Realistic with glowing tracks here. Well, Barry hosting. Come on, dude. It's got to be like, it's got to be fun and realistic still. You can't critique, and there's no carrying out dead animals. There's no gutting. There's no, there's no like waiting around for hours on end to try and get one animal and stuff like that. It has to have a gamey feel to it. Like, people want to have fun in the game. So
yeah, you got to have a happy medium between real and playability.
That's it. And you can turn the tracks off if you want. There's nothing stopping you turning the tracking abilities off at all, my man. So if you want that, if you want that fully realistic feel, you can go for gold. So.
Going off that, I mean, is that something you could do? Is potentially add like a switch or something like that people could turn on a switch and it like kind of turns off all the helpers and just makes it realistic?
I mean, I guess
anything's
possible. It all just comes down to man hours. Like, we always got to pick what is best for the majority of the players. So like, say like we did a survey and only 10% of the players thought this was a thing. That would be put back on the on the back burner a lot, basically, because it's much better that we invest our time into something more people are after, basically. So
sure.
Bowmaster, there we go.
Making me go get the bow.
I don't even have in my inventory.
You don't have your bow.
Can I change it then?
No, it's good, dude. I'll go get it.
I just put my bow away.
I've got my longbow.
Yeah, I got mine too, actually.
Longbow's the best bow.
I'll try the longbow.
Yeah,
I agree, man. Longbow is awesome.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, basically that's all good. I don't even care. I saw the title and Flinter would win. Flinter's an absolute champion of a human and amazing at this game. He probably would. Though, but he did kind of help me. I had a competition with him and Zaggy one day and I won. So that was over an evening. That was in Classic though, not in Call of Wild. But yeah, Flinter did help me in the end because it was kind of tied between myself and Flaggy. Zaggy tied between myself and Zaggy, and Flinter was like, "Come and shoot this deer over here." So yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Yeah. What I was going to say is, what is your guys' favorite animal to hunt in the game?
Red deer.
Red deer, 100%.
Ooh, red deer, yeah.
Red deer is so good.
Yeah.
Red deer and pronghorn for me.
Yeah. So is it the true racks on them that make them so good, or?
Well, I've always liked red deer, but the Truex made it 10 times better.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I always liked the red deer in the game, so the true red were like icing on the cake. That
The
was
true-
really
yeah, I feel
good
like-
addition.
I feel like the True Axe made them so exciting. Like the 9 Legend, like just to see a huge red deer now is just like, wow, it's just like the shock factor almost.
Yeah. It takes your breath away, eh?
Yeah, I just
It
got my
really
first
does.
diamond a few days ago and it was a moment, you know? It's like it's like a milestone.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Pretty much. And I think just the sheer variety in racks on the red deer is what really impressed me. I think I've counted easily 50 different racks.
Yep, that's good. They are pretty damn awesome.
I still really love hunting whitetail as well. Like seeing a level 3 whitetail is just awesome. That'll never get old.
Yeah, yeah, they're that one with a lot of different shapes and stuff to them too. Actually, the tines can be quite different. Actually, sometimes you guys would have seen the frames are the same, but you should never really get one with the same tine lengths or angles and stuff on them. Ben L is saying another map with fallow would be nice. How do you guys feel about fallow deer?
Absolutely
I
agree
would
with
absolutely
that.
love that.
That's
Fallow
actually
deer.
another
I
one
think we need
that's another favorite species for sure is the fallow deer.
Yeah, they're quite nice, aren't they? Just the shape
Big
and the
big fan. They look
Yeah,
incredible.
the-
Yeah,
size.
we've got red deer on I think 3 maps now, right? So to see fallow deer on a second map would be incredible.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah, it
pretty-
really would. That's honestly one of the things I see talked about most in my chat personally is that we need fallow deer somewhere else.
Yeah, I got that. I can feel that. That'd be good. I'm quite a big fan of the old fallow deer in real life. Actually, they look good and taste amazing. So,
Yeah.
a definite winner for me. So, in fact, like kind of a little bit more of a red deer look probably a bit more impressive, but they don't taste as good as fallow deer. And I'm primarily about meat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you
same.
know, yeah, it's good, you know.
I have a question in my chat. Is it all good if I ask
Yeah.
it real quick? What about future events in Call of the Wild? Kind of like in Classic where we can earn like skins for guns or stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or
that'd be
like
awesome.
the werewolf events in Classic, things like that. I get asked that quite a bit actually, so
Yeah, I personally would love that. I'm not sure how doable it'll be this year. I think it's kind of like on the back burner of plans. Like the Classic has a much more complex back-end system where it's easier to design and implement that and stuff. Where like in Call of the Wild, you'd have to patch it every time almost to get them up and stuff like that. So, I mean, you've seen the difficulties that we have, like getting cross-platform patches out and stuff like that.
yeah, it's definitely rough.
Yeah, so like it's probably just a little bit out of our capabilities at the moment, but I do believe that it's on the cards. It might not be this year though, but I love those kinds of things, and I know the communities do. Like themed events are really fun to be part of. So yeah, definitely. Well, I hope one day. There we go. That's the best answer.
All right, I do have one more. This will be the last one though.
Yeah.
This gets talked about quite a bit in my community. Also, a second game mode, like a realistic game mode, has been talked about quite a bit from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if that's ever going to happen. Maybe either some type of realistic mode or like a seasonal mode, like some of the like old Deer Hunter games from the early 2000s did. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, again, we were just kind of talking about with like taking the HUD off and stuff. I think we'd probably have to do a bit more of a player survey on it or something like that, just to gauge like you know, how many players actually want this kind of experience. Because again, like I was saying, it just comes down to man hours, and you know, we basically are always tied to doing you know, the most like the things we have to do affect the most people, I suppose. So it's not a I like it. I really like realistic hunting and stuff like that. Like I said, it just would come down to how many people it would benefit, really, at the end of the day. Yeah, for sure. It's always a really hard juggling act, actually. It's not. I mean, basically, you know, we are always in a position where some people aren't going to be happy. So we have to make sure that the majority are happy, and you know, and then be confident that we know that it's only the minority that are not happy. You know, it's just the way it is. It's really every single game developer in the world has this kind of balance that they have to try and attain. So. Oh, Godzilla wants the option to change seasons on the maps, like some of the Cabela's games. Be kind of cool.
Seasons would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see Deer and Velvet one time. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, me too. But I feel like that would probably be hard to model.
Well, you know, it's funny is it's actually more of a like this happens a lot in the game too, because it's an international hunting game, right? But people get caught up in their local hunting laws, like in real life. And so, like some places, I know it's illegal to shoot, you know, bucks in velvet. You have to wait until they're hard.
That makes sense.
You know, and so there's all these things, but we can do it. Like we can definitely do it. And I mean, you look at night hunting when that pack came out. You know, like a lot of people were like, "It's illegal. You can't do it." But it actually, the real thing is it depends where in the world you are, you know, and what you can and can't use. So. That's something we run into too quite often in time, and you know, like things like that when they go into the player server, people vote with that in mind too. You know what I mean? Like what's legal in their area and things like that. So probably a complicated way to answer a simple question, but anyway. Just trying to read for some. Why are the beavers on a rampage lately? Have you guys noticed that too? I've had a couple of tree stands torn down, I think. So I think there might be something a little bit strange going on, mainly on Silver Ridge here. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have had that, or maybe you don't use tree stands too much.
Sorry, what was the question? I was talking.
Oh no, you're all good. It's like tree stands and beavers. Have you guys been experiencing any beavers tearing down your tree stands?
Tree stands quite often, actually. Almost all the trees I put them on now, it seems to happen, but with the other stands, it's fine.
Is it just on Silver Ridge?
I have it happen on Layton mainly.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, there must be something strange going on there then. So there we go. Christian says he wants to add beavers in the game because he wants revenge. I think beavers would be sweet too. Actually,
That's fair.
That'd be very cool.
Capybaras.
Yeah. So. Damn you, beavers, says Oscar. Yeah, it must be super frustrating. I mean, the only advice I've got is why they get removed. This is the gameplay reason. Is that like, say we have to update a part of the map for whatever reason, maybe it's nav mesh or something that's a bit weird in it. Instead of you guys losing your stands completely, it goes back into your inventory, and so the beavers are just a gamey wise of that happening. And so sometimes it used to be that like if your tent wasn't placed quite correctly, even though it says you can put it down, it would get kicked out too. Same in the tree stands. So the only advice I can give you, but it sounds like something's a little bit weird at the moment, is to don't put them back exactly the same place and exactly the same way again. Like try and shift them a different height, or or a different location if it's a tent or something like that. So
one other thing that I could say about the tents and stuff is if it's barely letting you place it where you're trying to place it, don't put it there. It will get taken away.
Yep, there we go. You got it, man. That's exactly why it's happening too. So that's good. He put them up. So yeah. Yeah. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined, we're here with Ormy, Scarecrow, BZHub, and KillClynton. And if you put in if you're on YouTube or Twitch, you can put an ! channel, and all the links will come up because these guys are streaming at the same time. Go and give them support. They're like every single content creator in the game are like very valuable to to the whole community and game at large. They're really quite a lot of glue, and I mean, I go on about it a lot, but they're very valuable members of the community, so it's important that we support them.
And my stream is a little bit laggy, so just for everybody, if they're coming in and seeing a laggy stream, I'm having some troubles with the settings and stuff, but I will get that worked out. I'm still new to Twitch, so
yeah,
I've been more of a YouTube guy.
Yeah, that's it. And actually, that brings us into the next part too. Is that this week we're going to be trying to highlight some of these sort of up and coming content creators as well. So you'll be able to see their links on the social channels and stuff like that. And so we're just trying to sort of boost and promote. So like I say, some of the new and up and coming guys. Everyone knows Flinter and Zaggy and Ron and a whole bunch of people, and it's important that because it's such a hard thing to do, is that you guys with good quality content get a little bit of exposure too. So we're just going to take this week basically to try and highlight some of you guys. So
that's amazing. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a way for us to say thanks to you guys. So yeah. And Dee, exactly. Yep, Bryce and Dee 33 again. Yeah, there's heaps of people
blowing up.
Dee's blowing up. He is. He's smoking them big mouths.
Smoking them.
Yeah, I think Dee probably has the most. What do you call it? Community memes or something going on. He's a champion of a man. That guy can make anything super exciting. Actually, anything at all. It's quite a talent. So, yeah, there we go. I have got 0 animals with my bow. I have seen 0 animals as well. So,
Same here.
I haven't got close enough.
It's going good. It's going good.
Scaring them all off.
Man. Yeah. Here we go. Fooster and Tarko as well. Another good content creators.
Has anybody killed an animal with the bow yet?
TK smoked a bison at like 70 meters while it was running.
You did.
Just lunged it with the bow.
Nice, dude. Good shot.
I have killed like 2 or 3, but one was bad shot. I have harvested one, and I have one bear in front of me that I'm gonna slowly sneak in.
Closing in on a mountain lion here.
I think I found some elk up here, but I've got quite the trek to get up to them.
Yeah. Oh, I have another one down here. Awesome. Okay. If I down this bear, then I have 3.
So how did you guys pick your channel names too? That's a good question. I always like to ask people that. BZ, you're Bo something, is that right?
Yeah, I'm Bonesy. That's me and my brother.
Yeah, that's the one. So, and then the hub, like a hub for information because of your news, right?
For everything, man. I didn't want to like create a name where I was like stuck in and doing one thing, so I didn't name it Hunter Boy 366 or something like that. I didn't only be doing hunting games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
mine was I don't know, it was kind of like just a random thing I thought of. My real name is Clinton, so I think it was just and I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, so it's kind of a play on Kill Bill and Bill Clinton. I don't know.
It's kind of I actually kind of got that for some reason. I don't know why it was in my brain, so that was kind of where I was going to ask you actually. So
that's where it came from.
Yeah. And what about you, Scarecrow?
Mine's a little bit different. It was it has to do with the music I listened to. One of my favorite artists, one of his nicknames, like his aliases, was Scarecrow, and I thought to myself one day, that's a pretty cool name. It's not something that a lot of people use on YouTube, and so I just kind of went with that, and that was one of the reasons. But the main reason was the fact that it was something that's not really used a ton, and it's different, it's unique, it sounds cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah,
I might have an albino mountain lion here.
Ooh.
Might be a gray, but it's
yeah, it's always the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot it anyway because it looks cool.
I downed bear from 70 meters with the bow and doesn't allow me to harvest it. It will be my 3rd one. Come on.
Oh, Is that it's not letting you pick them up?
Yeah.
Interesting. I see that you harvested.
Yeah, I have shot 2 bears and a pronghorn.
Okay.
This one I dropped him from 71 meters.
Good shot though.
Yeah. I mean the bows are my thing, so.
Scarecrow's mic isn't sounding good. I think it's popping a little bit actually, but it's probably, I don't know
is it?
that might be. Yeah, I don't know what it might be. Maybe
just
it's
a little bit. I
let me just
noticed too.
yeah, could be connection or sensitivity or something. Yeah, so that's just what Stormy Sea Dog's saying.
Maybe a little
Could be
unplug and
just Discord
replug.
too. Yeah.
Are we sounding good now? I jiggled a few chords.
It's still a little
Sounds
bit
good.
poppy actually, but I think we can live with it. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. So it's all good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what's going on there.
What's the best movie in the ocean? Krill Bill. You know Krill. That's
Good one. Did
it
you
was
make?
Mona's joke.
did
No,
you
it was
make-
Mona's
did you-
joke.
oh,
No,
okay.
Mona and YouTube came out
Good
with
one.
that one. Yeah, that was good.
I like it.
Holy smokes! I think there might be a diamond.
Uh-oh.
No, it's
What
a
is it?
4.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 4. Yeah, it's a big void 4, that's for sure. I love the big racks on these out.
Oh, me
It's,
too. They're incredible.
Uh,
What's the
Yeah, I think
what's the
it's a
prize for the
good
first
thing.
diamond here?
I don't know. Bragging
Is that a
rights.
thing? Bragging rights? Good enough.
Good enough for me too.
They're priceless.
Everybody in my chat is saying the mic sounds clear over the stream, so it must be a Discord thing.
Yeah, it's got to be a Discord thing. Maybe the input's too high or something in Discord, so it's
It
it's
could be, yeah.
breaking them up, but that's all right. No worries at all.
Yeah, like I was saying, this is only like the second time I've used this mic in Discord.
Yeah, I gotcha. The owl can need longer tines. Do you reckon now under some of those big diamonds are pretty hefty. But I could always do with longer tines, I suppose.
Yeah, I could kind of see that. Not a ton longer, but a little bit.
a little bit longer, a little bit stubby.
TK, question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. What will
hang on.
trophy be being added to the Hunter Call the Wild?
Will
Is
what?
that-
Sorry, trophy shots.
Yeah, like after you get it, will you be able to take photos of it? I guess with your character and stuff. I mean,
I don't know. Like, I hope so. I like that part of classic, but yeah, we don't have any. Yeah, there's nothing nothing on the horizon for that, unfortunately.
this reminds me of very early classic when you had to you carried around the camera and
Yes,
pick
that's right.
pictures.
And the quality of those pictures are nowhere near as good as just taking a screenshot. It's
It's
funny.
hilarious going
Yeah.
back to those photos.
There we go. I missed something. So Snowrat just said legs, not tines. I just completely misread his question. So the legs need to be longer on the elk.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Oh,
there we go.
I guess I
I
can
was
see
like, the
that
tines
one
are pretty
too.
long.
The diamonds need longer legs, all right, guys.
We need just a tall boy elk.
Yeah, that's right. Some stilettos on.
I love the
Be able
little like the fluff they added to the red deer lately, the new models.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Stellar.
It's so nice.
Perfect.
That's
It
good,
looks
eh?
so good.
Looks really
It
good.
honestly doubled my love for the red deer.
Oh yeah.
Just instantly. That's funny.
Caught me by surprise. Like I didn't even hear about it, and then I went in and started hunting them. I was like, whoa.
Well, that feedback came in from the Red Deer beta that we had, but it just took a little bit longer to to implement some of these changes. So
I do
Cool.
actually remember seeing quite a few people saying that.
yeah, the stags they do. They have a longer red deer there, red hair. Sorry. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to try and get them to kind of come into bow range, or I got to get into bow range, one of them.
One more thing I did kind of want to ask about is the big blacktail. Some of the way the level 5 racks look is not really realistic for the way they'd be in real life with the placement of the tines on the back of the beam.
Okay.
In real life, most of the time they come off the inside and go straight forward, and the ones in game currently are off the back and to the side, kind of.
I'd need to. I'm like a super visual person. You'd need to show me
Oh,
like a
got you.
diagram or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I could send you a couple screenshots later.
Yeah. I mean, so basically the way that the tree racks are done is like we do like a whole lot of mood boards and find real antlers and then kind of base them off those. You know what I mean? So I mean, there will be some truth to whatever has been created, I suppose. Like you know, like what I'm saying is like probably there was an image of that blacktail that they used to kind of replicate it off. But yeah, I mean, there's a good chance it's maybe something a little bit weird somewhere too.
Yeah, I've lived around blacktail my whole life, so I'm very picky with them.
Yeah, okay. Because the other thing too, because we did quite a bit of research, is a lot of different species of blacktail, and depending on where you are, even in the States and then in Canada, I think they can be quite different, right? So.
Yeah, true. All right, competition done.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Turkeys cheating.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, they weren't, so.
Mountain lions are gray, by the way. If anyone was wondering. I got excited.
It's always the way, isn't it? So, anyway, I think I got my big elk down. So, I don't know if it was a good shot or not. I guess we'll find out soon. I think I can see him crashed out down there.
I might be indecent because I have killed like 2 animals and I can't claim them, so I'll be just murdering stuff here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of times, since I'm on here, I might as well kind of let a few people know. If you can't claim animals in multiplayer, it's usually connection-based. It's not really a bug. If you have bad connection, you can't pick up animals. And sometimes after about 10 or 15 minutes of waiting, you will be able to claim them, but it really is heavily based on your connection to the server.
Yeah, I've had it where I actually travel to a outpost nearby and then run back, and I don't know if it's a time-based thing or if that really just resets something or something, but I was able to pick up stuff after that.
Okay, let me give it a go.
It was just a not a bad size gold. So what have we got? We've got about 10 minutes left. What's the next competition?
Ooh, good question.
Well, when it gets to pick, so.
Let me look at them real quick.
Yeah.
I see. The thing is, I almost need like descriptions next to these challenges because I don't know what they do. I don't know. Just want to do first to 4 or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Sounds good. Multi player first to 4. Bam, done.
All right.
Okay, I might be cheating a little bit here because I can see 4 already. But I gotta hit them all.
Of course, DK.
I gotta hit them first, right? So you guys know my shooting. It's pretty bad usually. Stop zigging and zagging, please.
Makes it interesting.
It does make it interesting.
Ooh. I heard that one. Oh, someone's going ham.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of animals going down. There we go. Right. Do I have 4 animals down? We shall see. Hey Jaxie, how you doing? Good to see you, buds. So what are you guys like? What are you after?
Whatever comes in front of me.
I got a couple mountain lions here.
Yeah, he's like, there's not much strategy to this. You just find things and you kill it. You just shoot it.
Bears and mountain lions are always good. Always a ton of them on these lakes. So I got a question from my chat. Somebody wants to know if we'll ever see a location in the UK and what type of animals are huntable around there.
That's a good question.
Guess what? I win.
I just found 4 bighorn.
UK, I don't know. Anything's possible, really. It'd have to be like, there would have to be something presented that was an interesting map, I guess. And not that the UK is uninteresting, because you could like, especially if we did the whole United Kingdom, I think you could definitely have quite a cool map. But what do they got? They got like, geez, what am I talking about? Muntjac, red deer, seeker, fallow, pheasants, rabbits, fox.
There's the next fallow map right there.
All sorts of stuff. Was it Chinese water deer or something too? There's another Another type of deer there too. Then there's a whole bunch of different
really
sheep.
wanted Sika.
What was that? Sorry.
I actually really have always wanted the Sika deer. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, they're very cool deer. Really, really cool. Make some cool
Pigeons.
noises too.
I've never tasted their meat, but I hear that it is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good too. And I don't think I've tried it either. Actually, now you mention it. So, Thomas, well, we got like 4 minutes left. Have you guys got any, other questions or comments or, anything you want to talk about?
Thanks for having me on this.
No, it's all good, man.
It's,
Thank you
very
very much
humbling.
for all the work you guys put in. So it's really appreciated. so,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think like a lot of people don't understand how important content creators are in any game and any community. Most people go to YouTube actually for their gaming information, and so it's a huge part, and we try and foster it and grow it as much as we can. Because it helps everyone, really. Everyone, it helps us, helps you, helps the players. It's really appreciated.
Absolutely. And I think we all, we love
Yeah, no
doing
problem.
it, and the fact that it helps people too is just, it's definitely part of it,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. A Greenland map would be cool. What would be in Greenland? I don't think there's too much there. There's probably some reindeer, maybe moose. I actually have no idea about a Greenland map.
What about a Sweden map, TK? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think we'd have to do a Scandinavian map, probably like Finland, Norway, Sweden. I think it would work cool. Yeah, it would be cool. It's kind of I'm like at the stage where I'm trying to think like what would something bring to the game? It'd be like I think a map needs to bring something different to the game now. You know what I mean?
agree
Like,
100%.
like a Scandinavian map would be beautiful and stuff like that, but it's got moose. We've already got moose. We could do whitetails, so that'd be good because we could have a second whitetail map. They're in Finland. A roe deer, we've got roe deer. Wolves, got wolves. Brown bear, we've got brown bear. We could do lynx. But you see what I'm saying is that like it'd be a really cool map, but at this stage, like I think it would, you know what I mean, just like fall over a little bit. I think, in terms of replayability. So, I'm probably missing. Actually, there's fallow deer there too. We could have fallow deer.
I would love to see lynx in another map. They're a really cool
Yeah.
species, and they look
Yeah.
so nice in Call of the Wild.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. I was thinking of my brain had reverted back to classic because we have bobcat and
Or like bobcat,
lynx
yeah,
and-
wildcat,
and
something like
classic. Yeah, so bobcat could be kind of fun actually in some of the American maps. Imagine them in this map because they're so small. They'd be quite hard to find if they're in the forest areas and stuff. I think.
So what's the chances that we have a log cabin lodge coming, TK, with some more multi-mounts? Everyone's asking.
Really?
Hell yeah, we want more multi-mounts in a log cabin lodge.
The more the better, honestly.
Yeah, you guys want so it's just the multi mounts, but you specifically would like to see a log style cabin. Is that the two
Yeah.
parts to that?
Well, we have the Yukon, we have Layton and the Rocky Mountains. So much stuff would look so great in a log cabin trophy
Yeah,
log.
I agree.
Completely agree.
Yeah, I think it would be good too. And then multi mounts, right? That'd be I'd be down for that. There needs to be more that they really there's nothing else that showcases the trophy off better than a multi mount. I don't think. I think they're so cool, and I love the stories that they depict
What
in them
the
too. Or
heck?
they've
Yeah.
always got like something kind of pretty cool going on in them. Like
One
people, I even like the turkey one. I grounded. Like I love turkeys. The multi mount itself isn't like super impressive, but like the fighting, I really love the fighting scenes on that. The multi mount. I think that's very cool. It kind of tells the whole mating thing of the turkeys. I think it's quite good. So yeah, good times. But anyway, gents, thank you very much. One more time, guys, if you're on YouTube or on Twitch, please put an !console, not console, !! channel, and you guys will get these lovely guys' channels. Please go and give them heaps of support. Like content creators are super valuable in our community, and it's important that we go and support them as much as we can. So, guys, thank you very much for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've actually quite like this is kind of just one of the first streams we've just brought people and just chatted, about nothing in particular, really. I think it's been quite good. It's been a lot of fun. And
I've enjoyed it.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, good to kind of get to know you guys a bit better too. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's like a little
thanks,
the hunter
guys.
speed dating. I like it.
Yeah.
See if you like us and follow our channels.
Yeah. Who do you like the best?
If we do this again, we have to call it that. I think.
Yeah.
1 hour speed dating with console creators.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
Until next
thanks
time.
for having me.
Yep. Catch everyone later. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And for those of you who tuned into the stream, I hope you guys had fun. We had so much fun. Thank you for the follows and the subs and just the support in general. If you guys haven't checked out the other content creators featured in the video, I will leave links to their channels down below. Be sure to check them out, sub, follow, all that good stuff. We appreciate it so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you again. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one.